Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we have an incredible topic to explore, the newly released Llama v2, and fine-tuning it using the efficient 4-bit QLoRA quantization on Google Colab, using a completely free instance. Personally, I've been struggling to find a good example on the internet to fine-tune Llama v2, so I decided to take things into my own hand by sharding a Llama v2 fine-tuned in 4-bit precision on the Open Assistant Guanaco dataset and fine-tuning that on Dolly. So today I'm going to briefly walk you through this Google Colab, which you can find below in the comments and run on a free instance. And so let's get started. So first we're going to load in our libraries, our usual suspects, including Guardrail ML. Next we're going to load in and take a look at and set some of our parameters. Some of the interesting ones as well as the model name, which you can find here on Hugging Face. It's a sharded model, so that can fit in a free instance. We're going to also enable FP16 training, and there's a few others that might be of interest, especially if you have an A100. Next, we're going to configure our bits and bytes config for 4-bit quantization here, and download our model from Hugging Face. We're going to then configure our LoRa and our tokenizer as well. And we're going to download our dataset we're using today, which is Dolly dataset. The entire dataset has 15,000 rows, but for our example, we're going to just use 250. You can easily comment out this line right here to get the entire 15,000, which I would recommend for folks to do that. Next, we're going to set our training arguments, and we're going to use transformers from Hugging Face's supervised fine-tuning trainer, and we're going to fine-tune this just for 50 steps. Recommend a lot more, but for the purpose of this tutorial, something that you can quickly see. Starts off at 2.0, goes up a little bit, and over time it trends down to about 1.3, 1.4 is what we're heading towards. Afterwards, we're going to save our model, and you can easily upload this to Hugging Face afterwards. And then I wrote a handy little function to be able to, one, inference, but then evaluate and log your prompts and the generations as well. This is good for quality control. And let's take a look at some of the outputs. So for this prompt, for instance, we got Sophie's parents. They have 3 daughters, Amy, Jessie, and then ask the model what's the name of the 3rd daughter. And it responds Sophie, and a few extra emojis. Afterwards, there's a few quality metrics as well that we can take a look into. And then I went ahead and generated a few others. One in French, another one asking about search engines optimization, closed QA as well by giving it some context. In this case, this one is around, answer here is going to be largest city in California is Los Angeles, which is what we're asking for. And then we got a fun one about Marvels, which you can run yourself. Should be able to output the 2 writers, excuse me. And lastly, we can take a look at some of the logs. Great. So that concludes at least the Colab, and feel free to run through it. And as a bonus, if you want to run on your own data set, say you have a PDF or some other unstructured data as well, as a bonus, we also have this Quick Start Colab notebook that you'll be able to run that uses Guardrail ML. And you'll be able to, in this example, looks like we are using a medical care appeals process form, PDF, and we're generating about 500 different Q&A pairs from it using Falcon 7B. So feel free to run through that, and outputs a JSON that you can be able to use on the previous notebook as well. And that's what we got. And so that's a wrap for now. Thanks for joining us today. If you enjoyed this tutorial on fine-tuning Llama v2 with 4-bit QLoRA on this Google Colab, make sure to give us a thumbs up, leave a star on the GitHub page as well, right here, and subscribe to our channel for more exciting content. If you have any questions or suggestions, feel free to leave them in the comments below. Happy fine-tuning with Llama v2 and 4-bit QLoRA, and until next time.